to another video, and today we're going to be taking a look at the new Jurassic World Dominion, Giganotosaurus. So, let's get this guy out of the box. First thing you guys may notice is anyways, let's get on with the review. First, let's take a look at the box. Okay, so for on the box, there's T-Rex, Jurassic World Dominion logo, Giganotosaurus, Raw Strikers, and then on the actual box, it has a picture of the Giganotosaurus picking up the Rugops. On the back of the box, it has a picture of the T-Rex and the Therizinosaurus. Jurassic Facts app, it picking up the Rugops again. And it picking up the Rugops again. Also says that it makes sound, which is kind of obvious because you can't go within like 2 feet carrying this thing. It makes a lot of sound. Has a nice typical Jurassic World Dominion background with a little car kind of over here. And let's take a look at the actual figure. So here's the Giganotosaurus. Let's take a look at the head first. First, let's check in the mouth because I have the mouth already open. It has teeth. Teeth look not like the one in the movie quite. The one in the movie has a little bit bigger teeth and a little bit different color. But also it has a second row of teeth, which is very weird because it does not have a second row of teeth in real life or in the movie. The mouth color is slightly different. It's more of like a pale pink color. And the tongue looks very different. Looks kind of like the Melissasaurus' tongue, not on the actual figure though, but kind of the Melissasaurus tongue in the movie. The head sculpt actually is really nice. Has kind of crest above the eyes. Yellow eye, which is different from the super colossal Giganotosaurus, mainly because the super colossal one has kind of like a shiny metallic eye. Then it has chin with a bunch of scars. Very smooth under the chin, which just seems kind of weird. There's the other side, probably about the same, except it kind of has, I'm trying to make this around real quick. The kind of clip the lip, it's not colored in, but the lip is kind of cut like it is in the movie, right about where my finger is. Detailing around the mouth also, really nice. Also, there's a nice kind of crocodilian scaling of kind of spines along the neck, and some crocodilian scaling on the neck. Kind of more of those scales on the bottom of the neck. The arms, to me, they're kind of weird. Like, if you're just looking at the figure and not paying too much attention to the arms, it's not that bad. But when you really do pay attention to the arms, it just looks kind of weird. But on the other hand, I think they're kind of just okay. Has the row of spines on its back. More scaling. The legs look nice. And the toenails are painted, that's nice. Fingernails are not, but the fingernails are kind of fine, they can get away with that. Cuts and scars all over the legs. Also, the scan code, which we will get to that in a second. Right now we can kind of at least take a look at the back of it with the Jurassic World logo on it. Here's the tail, which has articulation, which a lot of people have complained about it, but in my opinion, the articulation is really not that bad. I kind of like the articulation. Then, from this side, there's about the same. The only one problem with this figure is, well, it's lopsided like this at all time. I will show you, you can slightly fix it when you do the action feature, but we haven't got to that yet. Anyways, let's do the scan code real quick, so you guys can scan it and add it to your collection. A little bit easier if we just do this. There you guys go. On the bottom of the feet, well, it has Jurassic World logo. Also, let's take a look at the underside real quick. But the underside looks about good. Kind of has the speaker holes there, the battery, and a button under here, which we will show what that does in a second. And I guess let's get on with the action features. First, let's just start with the mouth, because the mouth I really do like a lot. I think it only has 2, but we can try again and see if there's another one. Okay, maybe it has 3 then. Yeah, just definitely 3. And then if you press this big button on the back, which you can, it kind of blends in pretty well, but it's right here. It's actually also rubbery, which is really nice. When you press it, it does this for some reason. Don't know why Mattel thought this was a good idea. This is one of the cool poses you can kind of get it in, and then if you do it like that. But here it is in kind of one of the good positions. We also can get into another good position, which is in this direction. This one's easier if you use your hands, but you can balance it right there. And then it's up like this, and it looks really nice in the drawing also. We have the tail kind of curved, and then I will show you guys this one as well. Here's the Giganotosaurus, and I guess this is going to be very hard to do, but let's do a side comparison. What we can do is kind of reset this up real quick. Turn this. Okay, that should help a little bit, maybe, hopefully, and we can put the camera very far back here. There we go, and then we can kind of see it better. This figure is very long, which does not help when you're trying to film it sometimes. So first, let's do it compared to a very nice figure, which is Spinosaurus. Okay. Here's Spinosaurus. Spinosaurus does not like standing, like, ever. Okay. Let's put him behind the Giganotosaurus effect for it to go up against the wall. But here it is compared to Spinosaurus, which is basically identical, almost, at least towards the head. It looks good. It is much longer than Spinosaurus, 100%. But that's about it, if you can see the tail back there. Let's move on to the next one. So, next one we're going to use T-Rex, obviously. But anyways, here's the T-Rex. It's really nice because the Giganotosaurus is bigger than T-Rex, thankfully. Mattel, at least, did not mess that up. Because they did a lot of other things that they messed up. Here it is. That's a little bit better. But, yeah, that's pretty good. It's also longer, just not by much, probably by like an inch or 2. Next, we are going to use Lystrasaurus. Which, Lystrasaurus, personally, should have been bigger. It should have been much bigger. Like, compared to it in the movie, it should be much bigger. Why is Lystrasaurus so small compared to Giganotosaurus? It should be like, if they were to put it up like this, the back should be about even to it around here, and it should be around that big, I feel. But it's still not that bad. It's still pretty nice. Next, we have one that I know everyone is dying to see how big it is compared to the Giganotosaurus, and it is Lystrasaurus. Like, everyone wants to see Lystrasaurus, isn't it obvious? Like, who wouldn't want to see Lystrasaurus? Like, it's one of the best figures in the whole wave. But you can see it is absolutely tiny. I don't know how this thing would survive if it was in the same enclosure as the Giganotosaurus. Next, we got Endoraptor. It's so tiny! Endoraptor personally, most time when you see pictures of the figure without ever seeing it in person, it looks like it'd be pretty big compared to it, but it's so tiny. But for some reason, it looks really nice compared to it. It looks like it should be this big. Compared to other figures, it looks like it should be bigger. Next, we're going to do cheese. Wait, where's cheese? Well, we'll do someone else because I don't know where cheese is. One that I don't know why, but I typically do not put it up against other dinosaurs to see how big it is, but Melissasaurus. Yeah, I feel like the Mattel Indominus Rex is so big that it doesn't look right against Mosasaurus. Mosasaurus should be like much bigger, like probably at least half of it times longer. But it looks, if the Indominus Rex was the size of the Giganotosaurus, I feel it would look a little bit better. But personally, I think the Indominus Rex is slightly too big and the Mosasaurus is slightly too small. Well, a lot too small for the Mosasaurus. Next, we have Endoraptor and Scorpius Rex. We're going to do it at the same time because I feel like it'll be much more easier and we can do more figures if we do it both at the same time. Well, there's Endoraptor. Looks kind of nice. Looks pretty good. I feel like they look like they're from the same wave instead of being one from Jurassic Dominion, one from Fallen Kingdom. And then next we got Scorpius Rex, which Scorpius Rex is pretty big. It could take down a Brachiosaurus, it probably could take down a Giganotosaurus. And next, speaking of Brachiosaurus, well, everyone knows what's happening now. Okay, this is gonna be hard. Let's try. Oh my goodness. He is so tiny compared to the Brachiosaurus. I don't know how they expected this thing to take down Argentinosaurus because it looks like it can barely take down this. That actually looks really cool. Like, if I had the Dreadnoughtus figure, this would, like, because Giganotosaurus is kind of known for taking down large Titanosaurs, and Dreadnoughtus is a Titanosaur. That would work out really well. It looks good with the Brachiosaurus, and probably looking better with the Dreadnoughtus, because of the way it's more shaped and, well, the size. But anyways, next one, Allosaurus. Everyone loves the Allosaurus, so we're going to put Allosaurus. Allosaurus is nice in size, pretty small. Pretty good in size. Also, the chomping is really similar. Next one is Owen, which Owen is so tiny. Which, yeah, Owen is absolutely tiny in this. Let's see. This is going to be tricky, but let me see. Probably should be using my right hand instead of my left to go at this one. Oh man, this is going to take a while. Good. Well, there we got it picked up. I'm going to help it a little bit and put it back in the mouth more. Then do this. That is not the greatest. That it cannot hold on to a person, but at least I can grab it by picking it up. Anyways, next one. Velociraptor. Which, in fact, this is my favorite Velociraptor because this is the first Jurassic World, like, Mattel figure I've gotten ever is the Legacy Collection Velociraptor. And while we're at it, why not? I'm going to do the second figure I ever got, which I have repainted because I had to do some modifications to it. My Carnotaurus, which Carnotaurus is my favorite dinosaur, so you can probably tell because I made it the logo on my channel. So anyways, here's, okay, Carnotaurus. Carnotaurus, I feel like should be bigger. They should make a Dominion one, except it should be like bigger than this one. Kind of like how the Allosaurus, they remade it for Jurassic World Dominion, but instead, they should do it for Carnotaurus to make it a large one, because, well, the Allosaurus got big. Carnotaurus, they made one, but it's super tiny, which makes no sense. They made a juvenile, but gave it, like, the adult coloring, so it makes no sense. This figure is great. Do I recommend picking it up? Yes, but I think you should wait till the prices drop, because as of right now, it's more expensive than the Indominus Rex, and the Indominus Rex is almost twice the size for some reason. It's $33 in the Indominus Rex, but this is $44. Plus tax, it makes it almost $50. Very overpriced, Mattel. And then they give it this action feature. They could have literally just made it posable. Because if anybody hasn't heard of, but there's a modification you can make to this figure that makes it posable, so you can put like a certain thing into the body and make it posable, which I'm probably going to do that. And then there's also, you can make like a head modification, which I'm still debating if I should do that, but I'm definitely doing the body modification. But it's not that bad, actually. So, see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.